Where can we find meaning in the world post AI? Right now, and it may not feel like it, we are still in a pre AI or pre AGI, as someone call it, world. So, what do things look like post AI? Well, I hope to share some insight, some ideas, and potential predictions for how the future may look. Socrates said, the unexamined life is not worth living. And what he means here is that now, with AI incoming rapidly, we must examine our own lives to figure out where to continue on and the direction to go. In the ancient times, they had different problems, different things to focus on, and new ideas. Aristotle said, happiness depends on ourselves. And I think this is going to be very meaningful in years to come when there is no longer potential jobs or wealth to pursue. We will have to pursue something else. Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside conditions. Realize this, and you will find strength. And where he's going with this is that regardless of where AI will go and what will happen, that it's really just you. You're the only one that can figure things out. No matter what happens, it's still up to you to find out what you truly want out of life. Nietzsche says, he who has a why can bear almost any how. So what that means for today is that you need to work on creating personal values and figuring out what you want. What do you desire out of life? And no matter what happens with AI, you can make sure that you can still find it and still live true to your values pre and post AI. Now, obviously, as you know, there are changes to come with AI. As we're talking about, they're still unknown. These ventures, these businesses, these categories that are to come don't exist and can't predict them. And this follows what Marx believed, even though he was way before this time. The more value the worker creates, the worker becomes all the poorer, the more wealth he produces. And that's very telling to what will happen with AI. We will create artificial intelligence and have nothing left because of what we've created. We are the worker. There is no some people are slaves, some people are at the top. The workers are everybody. The smartest minds today are building AI, and they are the workers along with us. Now, all that we're left with is your identity and your relationships. And I think a lot of the weight on life will shift away from work and jobs and occupations to a new identity that you should develop today and new relationships that you'll have to build. There's one thing that AI will never replace, and it is relationships. You can still have friends that are AI, that are robots, whatever, but it will never be the same. If any part of you knows, it will never truly be real. Now, here's where it gets tricky. In post AI, do we reach a dystopian future, a utopia, so to speak? Aristotle said, the life of leisure is the highest level of life. And though I don't personally agree, I think that we will find new ways of living and occupying in leisure. Let's say, for example, you're retired. You have 20 years to go, you're retired. Your grandparents will find something to do. They'll take up tennis, and they take up relationships. That is the largest thing that happens. More groups, more homes, more tennis, more gatherings, more concerts. This is what happens when you live a life of leisure. And let's imagine we have this and then scale it to the most possible max. I want you to picture that in your mind and really envision that this isn't super far-fetched here. People already do this, and we're not far away. The meaning of life isn't erased by AI, and you need to really know that. It's just reimagined. Nothing goes away, nothing changes. we have to rebuild what things mean to you and what things mean to others. Now, many of the greats, Nietzsche and Aristotle, all believe that community is the highest level of importance. And although someone like Nietzsche was exiled along with Machiavelli, they still knew the importance of community and the reality of needing relationships. As you can see later on in his life, Nietzsche went crazy, along with many of these great philosophers that decided against this. There will be more care and service and a lot more nature and group activities. Now, can I predict what markets will exist then? No, I can't. I can imagine that the psychology domain will 100% expand, that maybe people might take better care of themselves, people will absolutely improve on the way that they speak, the way that they act, and hopefully build better bonds than ever before. Then eventually we will get to a point where we co-live with AI, but I don't think you can ever truly take it to be real. Now I want you to think about this. Think, what do you value, and how can you bring this into the world of post-AI?